printed missing posters every week and pinned them himself on every bulletin board he could find. Still, Red Hollow moved on, seasons changed, and Lena's bedroom remained untouched. It was only the beginning of a mystery that would haunt the town and Martin for the next 2 decades. By early 1987, nearly a year had passed since Lena's disappearance. And despite Martin Carver's tireless efforts, the trail had grown cold. The once vibrant search parties had dwindled to a few determined locals and an exhausted father who refused to stop believing. Police had followed every imaginable lead: hitchhikers spotted on highways, anonymous tips about a girl seen at a truck stop, even a psychic's bizarre vision of Lena living in a cabin by the river. But each lead ended the same way: nowhere. The file on Lena Carver became thicker with dead ends, false hopes, and silent witnesses. Martin's life was now measured in 2 parts: before Lena vanished, and after. He stopped going to work, and his relationships with friends and neighbors became strained. People in Red Hollow started avoiding eye contact, unsure of what to say to the man who was slowly unraveling in front of them. His wife, Diane, once strong and composed, began spending more time in bed. Her health deteriorated. She stopped cooking. She stopped smiling. The grief was eroding them from the inside out, quietly, relentlessly. The home that once echoed with Lena's laughter had become a mausoleum of silence and fading memories. 3 years after Lena went missing, in 1989, a new detective was assigned to the case. Detective Harold Winslow, known for his skepticism and by-the-book methods, reviewed the entire file and held a single press conference. In it, he floated the possibility that Lena had run away voluntarily, suggesting that perhaps she had been unhappy at home. The Carvers were devastated. No evidence supported that theory. Lena left behind her wallet, her savings, and her diary pages filled with hope and plans, not dread. But the detective's public statement changed everything. Funding dried up. Media attention vanished. The case file was quietly archived. Over the years, Martin refused to let go. He submitted Lena's DNA and dental records to every missing person database in the country. He contacted investigative journalists. He traveled 2 conventions on unsolved disappearances, clutching her photo like a relic. But every door closed in his face. In 1997, tragedy struck again. Diane Carver passed away from a sudden stroke. Some said it was grief that killed her. Martin barely spoke at the funeral. All he said, as he placed a white rose on her casket, was, "I promised her I'd find our daughter and I will." By 2006, Lena's name had become little more than a ghost story in Red Hollow. Teenagers whispered about her at sleepovers, and older townsfolk shook their heads in pity when passing Martin on the street. He was now an old man with tired eyes and a weathered coat, often seen taped